decision.
I mean, Brian, do you hear this? Do you feel this atmosphere? He's doing nothing wrong at this point. It all started after losing a first set. The backhand cross-court, open court winner.
And mind you, losing that first set without winning a game. Gaudio broke in on... champion. However, the former world's #1 will not have a chance to win again this year because in a major upset, the wild card Mariano Puerta knocked out Moya, setting up a range of abilities on the clay courts.
Absolutely. Gastón Gaudio, Argentina's finest, going up against the young buck and Rafael Nadal. This is a great matchup, probably the match of the tournament.
Gaudio winning for the first time a week ago in Chile since he had that memorable win at Roland Garros. The details on Nadal, still merely 18 years of age, and he had a superior run the last time he played competitive tennis this year at the Aussie Open. Had a
Western forehand grip out there.
Well placed by the teenager who relies so much on emotion in his game. You'll recall a year ago that vibrant win over the United States in Davis Cup action.
It was a great approach shot, but look how Nadal just waits and holds him there, and that Western grip gives him the spin to bring that ball right back.
Cutter.
And that's the forehand I'm talking about. He set it up nicely and is able to... A lot of the girls come out to see this young superstar out there, like here in the States with Roddick. Great way. Good move by the French Open champion. Serve in the deuce court along with Goran Ivanisevic.
With the ace, a chance for a hold at love.
Speaking of which, that is just a monster forehand. Another one of those down the lines, but once again, he's in trouble. Center court.
Well, he's laboring on both wings. A timely ace, but Nadal.
The French Open, this guy is being groomed to be one of the best in the world. I mean, you look at him in the gym, and there's Gaudio finally converting with some serves, and he's having to hit aces to win.
Instead, the second serve.
Do you notice how Nadal cut off the distance between that in the air?
On a blustery night in Buenos Aires.
The shot of the night for Gastón Gaudio. There's the shot. He pins him back. The long slide. You see a 10-foot slide to hit that angle. That is just hands of gold.
But Nadal has an answer.
I mean, what you gonna do with that? He's standing deep in the court. When you've got to follow the South American guys around and the Spanish guys around, and hit Europe hard.
Nadal shining in the first set. 3 breaks.
Setting up with the spinning. It's a good contrast of strokes.
Stave 1 break point, make it 2, and it's deuce from 1540. Nadal's feet made that point happen.
Yeah, Gaudio probably won that point 4 times, but Nadal never gave up. He was relentless with his attack. I noticed 2 backhand passing shots went cross court, and then he finishes it up, and he keeps coming back for 1 more.
The advantage represents a set point.
Nadal just won't miss. He's got an answer for everything. That is the sign of a player that's on his game.
A thoroughly dominant takes the first 6 love. Gaudio needs to counter in the second set.
And this is where the crowd's really going to be a factor here. They haven't seen their boy win a single game, so every point that he wins, it's going to be crucial. Great passing shot, sets up this backhand, just smokes it cross court. A high percentage of first serves, and there's an ace.
A pair of aces, his 4th in this match. Holds at love, trying to reverse the momentum in the second set.
The crowd, very boisterous. This is the 2nd tournament of the year, pretty much the beginning of the dirt circuit, as we call it out there on the tour. Getting into it, this is going to help Gaudio a lot. Do you notice where he hit that shot? He stood even further back, giving himself a little bit more time. That's a great strategy.
Gets it done and flashes the emotion. His first break in this match. 2 loves. Matchup. Gaudio seeks to consolidate that 2nd game break.
And that's that backhand down the line that I've been waiting for all day. He's finally got his feet under. Don't you think, Brian? Earlier in the first set, he looked slow. There he's way off balance. He's able to flatten it out. In a 5-set match, he reminds me a lot of Gustavo Kuerten on that shot.
Guga won this event in 2001.
Guga was the guy who pretty much started the South American craze again with tennis, having those French Open titles.
You heard the football call?
Colombia. Such great energy and atmosphere. Take a look at the forehand of the man from Spain, Rafael Nadal. I see Gaudio's strategy. He's trying to keep the ball to the backhand side, but once Nadal gets started, that whipping forehand. Look, you can't even see Nadal on the screen. He's running around the backhand side so far.
And it was long.
And that's all she wrote. I mean, listen to this crowd. Vamos! Get into it, man. He starts this point, though, with that drop shot, which I like to call the drop shot dragon. He's off his front foot. A lot of people say, I want to hit open stance forehands like Nadal and Gaudio. But even on an approach shot, you have to hit off your front foot to keep that momentum going forward.
Game point for 3-love, second set.
What a backhand. Just when I... The dragon. The drop shot pays off. Crowd's on their feet. Look at that drop shot, just opens up so much court. He's almost doing the splits on that forehand. Little Kathy Rig.
Much better in the second set than he did in the first. 3-love. High noon Eastern. It's only on the Tennis Channel. One half of the bracket is set. The pair takes on Jose Acasuso.
There's the great forehand of Nadal.
Winner of this match gets the winner of the Alberto Martin Mantilla match.
A drop shot is so effective on the clay. Once you... The great changeup, the deep one, and even though he cracked that shot, do you notice the placement of where the ball landed? Here he's got him way deep in the court, takes it early, but he aims short inside the service line. If you're 6-0 in his hometown.
Here's a break chance. Sweeps the line. Cashes in on the break opportunity. 4-love Gaudio in the second set.
Bagel to bagel. First set Nadal, now 4-0 Gaudio. And you notice he'll just keep pumping the backhand, hitting every shot to that backhand side. That's Nadal's best shot on the passing shot. The drop shot has proven effective. Can also be educational.
A tennis education provided on that point.
That was a situation where Nadal just hung out and covered the backhand side and left way too much real estate open for Gaudio.
Who needs to play through another break chance.
There he is with the backhand driving winner. A ball with topspin. Now they're a lot stronger. The technique is better and the rackets die a slow death.
The ace gives Gaudio the advantage.
Another drop shot. See, that was a smart drop shot. He moved up into the court, took it as the ball was coming up, got himself a nice slice on it, kept the ball low.
Two remarkably different sets in this quarterfinal match in Buenos Aires. Touched on, limited history. Nadal's not been on tour that long, but Gaudio taking the prior two matchups.
That's just great experience. Moving. He saw it pretty good there.
His pupil with a pair of set points. He'll see a second serve. Mirror images. A bagel fest in Buenos Aires. This one will be decided by the third. Gastón Gaudio and Rafael Nadal.
Clean for a third set.
And it's been a clean sweep of games thus far. Gaudio on the attack.
Well, up until that point, I was about to say, you'd have to be feeling pretty good if you're either player because you know you're capable of a 6-0 set. But Gaudio's got the advantage with the hometown crowd, and as he sets up that high forehand smash, the way he works that point from a strategy point of view is he's way back in the court. He pushes, 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 and he gets that short ball and he just attacks it ferociously. And that's an ace. Spain. When the Americans went down there, the biggest crowd in Davis Cup history. It's so hard to win on the road. And he's got like one fan in the whole place. He's doing a fist pump to his mom, who may have made the trip to see the beaches. There's some great hands. And that's why they call him the French Open champion in 2004. Controversy with that call.
Yo tenía un globo más o menos fácil y culpa de esto no me pude dar. ¿Y qué más da? Todos los otros están así.
I think the problem was he thought the ball was out.
Precision.
I mean, Brian, do you feel this atmosphere? He's doing nothing wrong at this point. It all started after losing a first set. The backhand cross court, open court winner.
And mind you, losing that first set without winning a game. Gaudio broke in on.
Nadal's got so many weapons. You see there's not much difference between Gaudio and Nadal, but the difference is right here. There's a great put
To be done for Nadal. Excellent effort on that occasion.
And that's Gastón Gaudio playing to the hometown. And the crowd is going nuts. There's a short ball, deep shot, and he goes with the toughest shot possible, the topspin lob, inside the baseline.
And he punctuates it by flashing that wry smile. Another break by Gaudio, his fourth of the match. 2-love in the third set.
It is really rare to see this many bagels in a match. I remember Terry Tampion on center court at Roland Garros have to do to make tennis more popular in America. This is a quarterfinal match. There is so much energy in a quarterfinal match. You don't get this for the finals of the U.S. Open, I don't think, unless it's an Agassi-Sampras epic.
Although it certainly does help to have a native player in Gaudio on the court, but I agree, it's a tremendous environment, and these fans are thoroughly being entertained.
Well, I think it really comes down to this. The U.S. has to think of Korea. It's got an Albanian, Shayla, Kanyas. Spain's the same way, and got to have a lot of guys out there vying for titles. The point of the tournament. The saves by Gastón Gaudio. Just showing the cuts. The roof would have blown off had he won this point. Side to side to side. This is the best point Nadal has played since winning that first set. Way off the court. And that's what you want to do to your opponent. Just, if he's going to win a point, make him work. Tennis players ever. She used to always shoot me down. The backhand cross-court of Nadal. Just smoking it.
Tally for the first time in this final set.
I see Gaudio looking very strong where he started out a little punchy, and now I see Nadal off his back foot giving short balls like that. The short... And Nadal goes for the hot dog shot.
It appeared he did leave his feet unnecessarily. And
lights here.
Another game for the French Open champion. He has won 9 consecutively, cruising now up 3-love in the final set.
Well, you notice the drop shot set up that pass, and that tells me that since he came out here because he showed so much promise. Like a Korea, can't win that big one at the French because there's so much pressure on him to do it because he's so good on the clay.
Well, recall it was a steady climb for Gaudio. And 2000.
That's such a big ball by Gastón Gaudio. Nadal is so frustrated. There's the drop. Moving up his opponent into the court under the ball. It's so tough to dig it out. And the ball's out. Great slide. That's just a timing play.
Moving in the other direction.
And that's something that Nadal hasn't perfected yet, and that is stepping up into the court. That's very similar to what Federer does to a lot of opponents on the hard courts or on grass. Just dictating the point and redirecting power, using pace with pace. So it's fun to talk about things.
That's why you're sitting next to me now.
Brian Weber.
Long run.
He's got it. And that pumps up Nadal. What's the old saying? You live with the drop shot, you die with the drop shot. Finally, Nadal.
And we can say goodnight.
I mean, this is really what Gastón Gaudio plays for. Is a point like this, he has the deep serve and just rocks the forehand and show your friends and your family what you've been doing out there on the road.
The finesse after the power on the prior points. Gaudio seals that game up the break and closing in on a spot in the semifinals.
He's shaking his head. That was a broken point if I've ever seen one. The drop shot, the miss hit. That was the shot. That was a heck of a shot. A whole new attack.
That's why.
And that's another deuce. Which goes to show that it's all or nothing at this point with Nadal in his game. Look at the forehand, huge windup, completely going for broke. And sometimes that's just all he needs to really get back into this match.
Gaudio gets there. In fact, in 2003, Gaudio played Davis Cup competition for Argentina. His nation met up with Spain and lost in the semifinals. Another break opportunity. A sensational point.
That is one heck of a forehand. A lot of people wonder how you can get around the ball with that big Western. Look how far he's away from the ball. That's completely on the run, outside to in, and that ball curves. And another drop shot. And another deuce. Way back, but there's the move. You move up into the court, just beyond the service line. The drop shot is great if you know where your opponent is.
Well, the crowd thought the initial shot was deep. It mattered not. Nadal into the net. Gaudio had to wait, but ultimately cashes in on the break chance.
Looper, instead of going across his body over the shoulder. Look at this guy.
A little Michael Jordan with the tongue.
Well, that's the difference between these two players right now.
After an exchange of love sets, a jubilant Gastón Gaudio claims the third, 6-1. He moves on to the semifinals in Buenos Aires. The French Open champion won 12 of the last 13 games. A reminder, we'll join you live noon Eastern, Saturday, February 12th for the first of two semifinals from Buenos Aires. Huerta taking on Acasuso, and it'll be Spain and Argentina once more. Martin against Gaudio, who was thoroughly impressive, rallying to take this one in 3.